For decades, Alex Lifeson, the legendary guitarist of Rush, stood as one of rock's most innovative and underrated icons. His music inspired millions, his solos, his precision, his deep emotional connection to every note he played. Yet behind the fame, applause, and countless awards, there has always been a quiet pain. Fans who'd followed Lifeson closely know that his life hasn't been an easy one. Hidden beneath his calm, often humorous persona is a man who's endured profound personal loss, health battles, and the struggle of saying goodbye to lifelong friends. What's unfolding now, at 71, is a story both heartbreaking and deeply human. The truth about how time, tragedy, and change have shaped one of rock's most loyal souls. Long before stadiums roared his name, young Alexander Javoinich, born in Toronto to Serbian immigrants, was a boy with a dream, a guitar in his hand and a fire in his heart. He met Geddy Lee and John Rutsey, and together they formed Rush, a band that would soon redefine progressive rock. But it wasn't until Neil Peart joined in 1974 that Rush became something extraordinary. Together, they were unstoppable, a trio whose chemistry seemed unbreakable. As the band's album soared to critical acclaim, Alex's innovative guitar work became the backbone of their sound. Yet amid success, fame came with its shadows. Endless touring, exhaustion, and the creeping realization that life on the road came at a heavy personal cost. While fans saw the power and perfection of Rush's music, few understood what it took to keep that machine running. Alex spent months away from his family, missing birthdays, milestones, and precious moments with his wife Charlene and their children. "The stage became my home," he once admitted, "but it wasn't where my heart was." The pressure of living up to Rush's legacy weighed on him deeply. As albums like Moving Pictures and Signals cemented their legend, Alex began to feel the emotional toll of success. He loved his bandmates like brothers, but deep down, he longed for a quieter, simpler life, one far removed from the relentless pace of fame. Nothing, however, could prepare Alex Lifeson for the devastation that struck when Neil Peart, his closest friend and bandmate, passed away in 2020 after a private battle with brain cancer. For Alex, it was like losing a brother. The two had shared decades of music, laughter, and life, and suddenly that bond was gone. "It broke me," he later confessed. "Neil wasn't just a drummer, he was my family." The loss of Peart didn't just end an era of music, it left Alex facing an emotional emptiness that words could barely describe. Without Neil, Rush could no longer exist. Fans mourned the band's end, but for Alex, it was something even deeper, the loss of purpose that had defined his entire life. After Neil's passing, both Alex and Geddy Lee confirmed that Rush was finished. It was a decision that fans respected, but deeply mourned. Alex said, "There's no Rush without Neil." Those words struck hard, a definitive closing chapter in rock history. He tried to find solace in smaller projects, but nothing filled the void. "It's strange to live without something that was your whole identity," he reflected. The silence left behind was deafening. No more rehearsals, no more tours, no more shared laughter with the man who'd sat behind the drums for 45 years. The tragedy wasn't just the end of a band, it was the end of a family. In recent years, Alex Lifeson has quietly battled his own physical challenges. Years of performing took a toll on his hands, making playing the guitar increasingly painful. In interviews, he revealed he suffers from arthritis, something that makes even basic movements difficult. "It's frustrating," he said, "because music has always been how I expressed myself. Now my body fights me." Fans were heartbroken to hear that the man whose fingers once danced effortlessly across the fretboard now struggled to play the way he used to. Yet true to his resilient nature, Alex continues to create, slower, gentler perhaps, but with just as much passion. Still, it's a sad reminder that even legends are not immune to time. Beyond the stage, Alex Lifeson has always been a devoted husband and father. Married to Charlene since 1975, their love story has stood the test of fame, distance, and decades of change. "She's been my anchor," he once said with gratitude. Yet the couple faced their share of heartbreak, particularly during Alex's long stretches on tour and the years when Rush's fame demanded everything from him. While Alex rarely spoke about it publicly, those close to him have shared that he struggled with depression and anxiety after Rush's breakup and Neil's death. The sudden stop after decades of non-stop touring left a deep void. You go from constant noise to silence, and that silence can be unbearable. For years, music was his therapy, his escape. But when his body could no longer perform the same way, he was forced to face the emotional pain head-on. Friends say Alex turned to writing, painting, and introspection to cope. He's since become an advocate for mental health in the music industry, quietly encouraging younger musicians to seek balance and help when they need it. Looking back, Alex Lifeson's career is one of triumph but also deep sacrifice. He gave everything to Rush: his youth, his energy, his creativity, his time. And while fans see the accolades, Alex feels the cost. He's watched friends fade away, family moments slip by, and a brotherhood that once felt eternal come to an end. Still, he remains grateful. "If I could do it all again, I would," he admitted, because the music was worth it. His words reveal both pride and melancholy, the bittersweet truth that greatness often comes at a price. The tragedy of Alex Lifeson isn't just in what he's lost, but in how much he gave for the sake of the art we all love. Even today, Alex can't escape the memories of Rush's golden years. The late nights writing songs, the tours that seemed endless, the laughter that once filled the studio. "Every time I pick up a guitar," he said, "I still hear Neil." That haunting sense of presence follows him everywhere. He admits that even though he's found peace, part of him will always be haunted by what once was, a reminder that time moves on, but love and loss never truly fade. Rush fans understand this pain well. Their music carried deep emotional resonance because it came from real human experience, from men who felt everything and never shied away from expressing it. These days, Alex Lifeson keeps a low profile. He occasionally performs, collaborates, or joins Geddy Lee for special appearances, but the spotlight no longer defines him. "I've done my part," he said softly. "Now I just want peace." He's learned to appreciate small joys, the laughter of family dinners, long walks, the sound of silence after a life of constant noise. Still, fans can't help but feel sadness watching their hero grow older, slower, more fragile. Time, after all, is undefeated.